Welcome to Hadassah Creation, and my name's Hadassah and this is my channel. Hey guys, I'm so happy. I'm officially back in my suite. Florida opened up the salons and barbershops on my birthday, which is May 18th. What an amazing gift. And also, it happens to be the name of my business, which is Love 518. I will explain that later how I came up with that name. It's actually not a long story, but this video is about something else. Today's video is about Japanese hair straightening. Stay focused, Hadassah, stay focused. So I received a lot of requests about what is Japanese hair straightening, and I will be making another video on what hair types that you can use Japanese hair straightening on and the do's and don'ts. Now, if you see me looking away at any point in this video, I do have notes. This is a lot of information, and if I try to freeball it, we'll be here all day, and I do not want this video to be too long. So what is Japanese hair straightening? First, let's start off where it originated from. It originated in Japan in 1990s and made its way to the US in the early 2000s. And now I am trying to make it more known because not too many people know about it, and the ones that do know about it are a little skeptical about it. So this video pretty much is to educate you on what it is, and I will be making another video about which hair types and that can do the Japanese hair straightening and the do's and don'ts of Japanese hair straightening. So let's start off with the details of it. So Japanese hair straightening is a permanent hair straightening method, also known as thermal reconditioning process. It's a special solution using glycolic acid derivatives, oh okay, look at you girl, to chemically alter the disulfide bonds, which allows the hair to be permanently straight. Now look at me, you know what? So pretty much what that says is the Japanese solution opens the hair up, changes the bonds in there, and then when I get to the steps of everything, closes back up, and now your hair goes from curly, wavy, or frizzy to straight. Now some wonder, like, is it straight like flat looking? No, straight just without frizz and curls. So however you would flat iron your hair and that look of straightness, it'll be that look. It won't be like stick straight or wear straight. No. So now, how does that, what are the steps to it? So let's get to that. So it usually takes 3 to 6 hours depending on the hair type, density, and length. Now I have some clients that have short hair and they have so much density. You're like, girl, how were you surviving before this? Then you have some clients that have really long hair and it's thin. So it's all based on that. So what you would do first, you would wash the hair. Oh, before we get to that part, we'll do a consultation. I always do a consultation with my clients. That's the first important thing. Consultation. And I always do the consultation like before the actual appointment. So let's say your consultation is on a Monday, your appointment will be scheduled for either the following day or whatever day that you want to come in. I'm available. I tend to be kind of busy when it comes to Japanese hair straightening, so I book in advance. So consultation, what it does, it gives me your hair history, it gives me your daily routine, and not only want to get to know you better as a client, but I need to know your hair. Because a lot of times people are like, okay, I want Japanese hair straightening, but they're not a candidate. So I gotta make sure that you're a candidate. And during the consultation, I'm able to test your hair, and it's non-invasive, just using water to see if you're able to do the consultation. To see if you're able to do the Japanese hair straightening, because regardless of if you want straight hair, my first priority to you is for you to have healthy hair. And if you cannot do Japanese hair straightening, there are other ways and other methods I can do to ensure the straight look until we phase you into a full-blown Japanese hair straightening. But that video will be in the do's and don'ts of Japanese hair straightening. So what we would do is we will wash the hair. Once the hair is washed, it has to be wet. I apply the solution to it. Depending on your hair type, curl pattern, waves, frizz, is how long I leave it and what strength I will use. There's some people that have very resistant hair, so sometimes I have to do two applications of that, depending on the hair type. And that's rare, but depends on where you're from. Then after I put the solution in, once everything is timed, everything's put on a certain way, Now keep in mind, Japanese hair straightening is not the kind of thing you can go look on YouTube real quick and go do it. Don't do it, sis, because I've seen people that did that, and when I say their hair was damaged, it was damaged. That would be in the risk part of this video, of the benefits and risks of Japanese hair straightening. So once we wash the hair, we put the solution in, or the product in, or yeah, the solution in. After it's processed for a couple of minutes, which is not a couple of minutes, well, once it's processed, we rinse it out, and then I blow dry the hair.
Blow dry the hair.
And I flat iron the hair in a certain technique, in a certain way, in a certain amount of seconds. Once that's done, it's a process, y'all. Once it's done, I have to put the neutralizer on. Now, what does the neutralizer does? It brings the pH balance back to the hair, and it closes everything back into its original state, or back into, not well, original state, but it closes your cuticles up. So the Japanese hair straightening solution opens the hair, the flat iron blow dry allows the hair to be straight, and then the neutralizer closes everything back up so it can be in that state of straightness. I hope that makes sense. So solutions open up, flat iron, blow dryer makes it straight, neutralizer closes up so it can stay straight. Once we do the neutralizer, we rinse the hair out. At that point, I can do a conditioner. I rinse it out, and then I do a final blow dry. At this time, the blow dry is less tension, and I can do one of these numbers, and your hair would pretty much be at its straightness at that point. But I still blow dry, and flat iron is optional. But I still like to flat iron because I'm a flat iron person, so I want to make sure, like when I start something, I want to make sure I complete it. So for me, flat iron is not necessary because at this point your hair's already closed up and there's nothing you can do at this point. It's just for me to polish it up, to give it that polished look. So once everything is closed, now you're done. But you're not officially done because there is after maintenance of it. Let me look to the side. Yeah, after maintenance of it. So for 2 days, let's say 48 hours to 72 hours. It's really 2 days, but I'm gonna make it, it could be 2 to 3 days. So 48 hours to 72 hours. You cannot put your hair in braids. You cannot put a hat on, no clips, no bandanas, no tucking behind your ears, no glasses on your head. Anything that can make your hair have a dent or a permanent mark is a no-no. Reason being because your hair is air neutralizing, and your hair needs the oxygen to finish neutralizing. So we don't want to put anything that's going to cause it to crease or mess up. Now, a lot of people ask me, what do you do once your hair, let's say if my hair, and also there's no washing for 2 days. So someone asks me, what do you do if my hair gets wet? Just blow it dry and flat iron it out. Or if I'm sleeping and I wake up and there's a crease in it, just flat iron it out. After 2 days, you live your best life. You just do as you please. Just don't be crazy with it, but your hair is permanently straight, and life is gonna be different for you. So now, what else? So we got that out the way. So we got the process of it. We got 2 days of neutralizing without any hats, bandanas, nothing that causes your hair to crease. So let's get to the maintenance of it. To do the retouch is every 3 to 9 months, depending on your hair type and curl patterns and how fast your hair grows. Typically, hair grows a ½ inch a month. Now, there's some people that, you know, hair just grows like it's just, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's my magic touch. I don't know if it's genetics, but there's some people's hair that seems like it grows faster. But typical hair grows a ½ inch a month. So now, when you do the Japanese hair straightening root touch-up, I will make a video about that. You're only doing your roots, and I need at least 3 inches of new growth, depending on the hair type. And that's not done too often. Some people could go up to 9 months. Some people go only 3 months. Some people only do 6 months, depending on your hair type. But during the consultation, I will explain that. Also, there's products you need to use. The brand I use is Liscio, and they make Meal Bond shampoo and products for the hair. And you have to make sure that you use the products, because it's like buying a Bentley, and no shade to if you go to your neighborhood person named Sam that fixed a car. It's all good in there. It might be cheaper, but the quality of it is not going to be the same. And not saying you have to stick to only the shampoo the company recommend, but you know, it's made for that. They design it for that. And also, even if my clients don't get the shampoo I recommend, I try to recommend other shampoos that's good, because some shampoos could be stripping and damaging to the hair. And you don't want to spend this money on your Japanese hair straightening that changes your life to put any old products in there. So you have to make sure you use the right products, and also make sure you do the deep conditioning treatment, because sometimes it can be drying if you don't take care of your hair. So the deep conditioning treatment will be done maybe every 5 to every 15 weeks, depending on your budget, and depending on your time, and depending on your maintenance of the hair. But besides that, that's the only maintenance, is doing your roots, using good products, and doing your treatments. Now, what are the risks of Japanese hair straightening? Let's get to that. There's not a lot of risks, but there are risks, because at the end of the day, it's a chemical and it's products. So the first risk is that it can be over-processed. Over-processed means that either it was in too long, or there's some people, I'm not saying all people, but there's some people that really want to do the Japanese hair straightening. So sometimes they tend not to tell the whole truth in their consultation. People, just be honest. Just be honest. They're like, oh, I don't do this. I don't use box color dye. What is box color dye? That's going to be the next video. But box color dye is when you buy dye, hair color from like CVS, Walgreens, and those are full of ammonia. So sometimes it be very harsh for the hair, and sometimes certain chemicals don't mix with that. Also, if you did a relaxer before, you know, so sometimes people really want the Japanese and they skip out, or they don't remember they went to like Colombia and someone put something in their hair, but they forgot to tell me that, or they just don't know what it is. This is why the testing part is important. So when you don't fully tell your stylist what's going on with your hair, because there's so much I can do as a hairstylist. Yes, I can test your hair, but you have to, it's a two-way street. You have to be honest with your hair. Also, it could be part of the stylist where, you know, the products were left in too long, and when it's over processed, it gets this weird fizzy look. It can't be fixed. Only thing it can be done is to be treated. Also, the other option is, or other risk is, could be under process. Under process is not really a big problem. It's just time consuming, not only for the client but also for the stylist, because now I have to redo your service. But I rather under process than over process. And how was someone under process? Because this person's hair was more resistant than I thought. Now, there's some people from certain places that their hair is very, very, very resistant. So sometimes it's not even the fault of the stylist. I can put the max time on there, and some people hair just don't want to take. Those are the people that need 2 applications. Or maybe just, yeah, that's most of the time why someone hair is under process. But like I said, it's easy fix. Just have the person come and fix that. Just put another solution on there, or just do something like a keratin to finish off the process. And breakage. Now, let's say that you don't want to do the Japanese anymore, or you just wait too long to do it. Sometimes, especially if you're not taking care of your hair, you're not using the right products, you're just washing your hair and you flat iron it wet. A lot of times it could be the user error, is a person that's actually doing it and they're damaging their hair, or just poor maintenance of it. But those are the main risks of it. Now, the benefits of Japanese hair straightening, and the reason why I love the benefits so much, because I can see how it changes people's lives. I can see how people struggle with their hair, and sometimes they feel like their hair is a prison, and they're like, oh my God, I hate waking up in the morning and spending 2 hours blow drying my hair and try to make it straight, and then as soon as I step outside, it's a big frizz ball. Or I can't go swimming, or keratin doesn't last long, and the relaxer still doesn't give me the look I want. The benefits of Japanese hair straightening is that you can wash your hair and you can let it air dry, and it gives you the straight look. And depending how straight you want is depending during our consultation. We discuss that, and we can see how straight we have it. Some people don't want it bone straight. Some people just want a little wave to it, or just want to get rid of the frizz. Now it's no frizz. You can remove the frizz. You can go working out now and just go wash your hair afterwards and keep it moving. You're no longer using that much heat on your hair from blow drying and flat iron anymore because your hair can air dry straight. You save a lot of time. Majority of my clients that do, actually all of my clients that do Japanese hair straightening says that they save time. It's a lifesaver for them because time. They don't have to spend hours in the morning anymore washing their hair, because washing your hair already when you have a certain hair type is long. Then to have to blow dry it, then have to flat iron it, and just to go, especially in Miami, boom, frizz again, boom, curls again, boom, waves again, that's all gone. And imagine just living your best life. So that's the best part about that. And I'll also make a video for my clients, like a testimony video, because they're all insisting to make the video for me. So I'm like, okay, so that makes it easier. So let's get to the cost of it. Now, depending on where you're from, is depending the cost. Now, it ranges from $300 to $1,000 depending on your hair type, density, and curl. So all that depends on your hair. So for example, if you have really short hair, and I'll say really short hair, let's say your hair is up to here, but you have so much density and your hair is thick and you have enough hair for like 5 people, the price may be different because the time it's going to take to do your hair, it's going to be the same time it's going to take to do someone's hair that has long hair. So depending on that, now a lot of people ask me how much is for a retouch, because you're not doing the whole head again, it should be cheaper. Now all the salons I know charge the same price from the beginning to the end because it's the same process. Me on the other hand, I charge a different price, a lesser price for the retouch. So I think that's everything. So talk to me, guys. Any questions, concerns? If I left anything out, just leave in the comments. I think I pretty much answered everything. Like I said, I will be making a video about the difference between Japanese keratin, and I also will make a video about the do's and don'ts and what hair type can do the Japanese hair straightening. And what do you think? Do you think you would like the Japanese hair straightening? Have you tried it before? You know, what are your stories? And if you've done Japanese before, how did it make you feel? And do you want to switch over from relaxer to Japanese or from keratin to Japanese? Just communicate with me. Let me see your comments. Let me see your concerns. Let me know if any questions, because I want to make more videos like this, and this makes me, makes me happy. I like talking to you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and be blessed. I'm sending love and light your way, and have an awesome day. Toodles.